tech analyst Gene Munster here on these fast-moving developments. I'm throwing a lot at you there, Gene, but on the Federal Reserve stuff, on the watching price increases and who's doing what, that's a pretty active role. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think that he is taking a bigger role. I think what he said about Google is really unprecedented because this isn't a typical kind of tariff battle that you would see like an automaker and steel or some sort of the typical electronics type of a role where he would weigh in. So a unique approach as far as the interest rates, that's a little bit outside of my day-to-day, more tech-focused, but I think this is noteworthy what he's doing in terms of his defense of Google, and he has not been particularly defending some of the other large-cap tech names.
Right,
obviously,
right.
Amazon and Apple. He has had varying types of commentary around Apple too. So this is noteworthy, and as someone who's an advocate for tech, I think it's encouraging.
You know, Gene, you could argue that he might not flip over those tech guys. They run largely, as far as the individuals who run those companies, they're largely a Democratic bastion. But, of course, money is money. And I think whatever the president feels about them, he has an even less favorable view of European governments trying to lecture them, right?
Yeah. That probably plays into it as well. And I think that, you know, I just want to take one quick minute and just talk about the significance. Why is Donald Trump even talking about this Google fine? $5 billion fine. This is the largest that the EU has ever levied in an antitrust case. This is a big deal. The reason is that they've been Google has been advocating for phone makers who sell in Europe to use the Google products, and the EU found that as being antitrust related. Keep in mind the $5 billion. If Google ever does pay it, they have over $100 billion in cash, and so I think this is a great avenue for President Trump to really advocate for the rights of some of these tech companies around the world.
So what's wrong with a company then trying to leverage its success to the days of Microsoft, where we go back to Netscape on the internet, to try to draw traffic to its other products? That's essentially what's going on here with Google. But I'm wondering what it does to ignite, punitive measures here in the United States. What do you think?
Well, I think that the U.S. regulators will also look to the EU. We have the precedent, as you talked about, in the 90s with Microsoft. What happened there is Microsoft was bundling Windows Explorer with their operating system, and so that allowed them to get a leg up when it came to the Internet. Very clever move for Microsoft. It caused the regulators in the U.S. to break up Microsoft, essentially. So I think that you will see, undoubtedly, with these tech companies, as they continue to gain market cap and become a bigger part of the economy, there is going to be more regulation around that. Hard to see how that plays out. I think the next chapter around that regulation is primarily going to be around privacy and data sharing, but eventually on how they monetize other parts of their business could be impacted. If I would, Neil, put it all together, I think that these companies are still in a great position despite what will be a different climate in terms of the regulation over the next several years.
Real quick, Gene, and I know that's outside your area, but if the president can succeed in getting, or the interpretation in getting the Federal Reserve to slow its pace of rate increases, wouldn't be necessarily because of this. Other presidents have complained in the past about the Fed, but if it's deemed that he inserted himself, and much like in the case of drug companies and others, got the desired response, good or bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. I think that Trump ultimately is out for business and to advocate for that. And so I think that if he can use his influence to have that impact on interest rates, I would generally view it as a good thing.
All right. Gene, always good talking to you. Thank you very much. I threw a lot at you, my friend, but as always, you hit it out of the park. Gene Munster.